One of the hardest things about being a business owner is there's so many things you want to do, so many dreams you have, and yet sometimes we can jump the gun a little bit and do things too soon in our business that can actually have a negative impact instead of a positive impact. That's the topic of today's episode of Monday Magic. What's up, y'all? My name's Rob Green. I'm a photographer and educator based out of Fort Worth, Texas, and each week I'm here to give you tips, tricks, and inspiration to help you build your business, wow your clients, and make photo magic. And today, I want to talk to all the ambitious entrepreneurs out there running your photography businesses, and you just can't wait to do all the things, take all the ground, and you're just going, what can I do next? Where can I take more ground? What's everybody else doing? I don't want to fall behind. What do I do? Well, today I want to talk about 4 things I see a lot of photographers out there doing too soon in your business. Things that if you do them at the right time can be really helpful and really help your business grow in some incredible ways. But if you do them too soon, it can actually totally short circuit your growth as a business. And so the first one is this: hiring an associate team. Here's the deal. Associate teams are all the rage right now, and it makes sense. We start booking, we get more bookings than we can handle. The old school way was just, I'll refer those to a friend, and maybe that friend will refer some weddings back to me, and we kind of help each other out. But now, the in thing to do is to hire an associate team. Well, why not just have all these photographers that associate shoot for me, and then I can say yes to everybody that calls, which is great if your business is at a place where you're ready to scale. But what I see happening, and why I say this is one of those things that photographers can do too soon in your business, is I see photographers who will start to add associates before they've really built out their business infrastructure for themselves and really built out solid systems for their business. And what happens is when you start to build a business that has systems that are not locked in place and you start bringing in outside people into the mix of that, all it's going to do is expose all the flaws in your system. And so what sounds great, oh, I could just have this person shoot it for me and I'll make a little more money and they'll make some money. Everybody wins. What it's really going to do is you wind up in situations where you may not know that there are things that you know about shooting that they don't know, and they may shoot at really crazy high ISOs. Like I saw a story of one photographer going, my associate shooter this weekend shot at over 100,000 ISO for the family photos, and it was daylight outside. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, why would you do that? But if you don't have a system in place and a way of shooting and a way of drawing in these associates to make sure that everybody is working with the same understanding and a similar approach to a wedding day, you can wind up really short-circuiting things and wind up with really challenging photos to edit, really unhappy brides. The possibilities are vast, and you don't want to run into those. So if that's you, if you're somebody who's going, man, I'd love to add on associates, I'd love to bring in more revenue through my associates, but I don't have systems in place for everything that I'm doing with my wedding work or my portrait work yet, build the systems first, and then add other people into a system that is proven over and over again through your own work, and just welcome them into this proven workflow that you have for how you shoot. The second thing I believe photographers do so often too soon in your business, and it can have really detrimental effects, is outsourcing an editor. If you're in any Facebook groups that talk about photography, you know this one comes up all the time. Oh girl, go outsource that editing. You got to find somebody to edit for you. And it makes sense, right? Because editing is time consuming, and editing is one of those things that, man, if we could just take it off our plate and just show up for the shoot, wouldn't life as a photographer be so much easier? But here's why I say it can be easy to do this too soon. Is because what I see is a lot of photographers start outsourcing their editing before they have developed a consistent way of shooting and a consistent style that is their own. And really what a lot of photographers are doing when they ask for this too soon, they're really asking editors to solve their shortcomings as photographers. All the things they're getting wrong in camera that they don't want to spend time going through and post and fixing, they want to give those problems to somebody else to solve. But that's not the way to go about this. The way to go about this is Figure out how you shoot consistently. Learn your own rhythms, develop your own way of shooting that you can produce repeatable results over and over again on your sessions, and learn to edit that with a consistent style so that when it's time to outsource to an editor, you can hand them a consistent set of results and say, here's what we're going for over and over again. And just like our first thing, as far as adding in associates too soon, this allows you to have a sustainable, repeatable solution that your editor can repeat over and over and over again when you bring them on board. The third thing I see photographers doing way too soon in their business is buying more than one flash. Now, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know I love to talk about Flash. In fact, if you want to learn more about Flash, just quick aside, there's a link below this video where you can jump in on a free 1-hour Flash class with me, and I'll help you uncover 3 secrets to easily unlocking your Flash's potential. But I see this all the time. Photographers come to me and they've got like 6 different flashes, they've got all these different modifiers, there's so many different things that they have spent money on. And why do we do this? Because we see somebody else shooting a certain way and having good results, and we think, oh, the problem must be I don't have all the tools that they have. The reality though is you can take amazing flash images with just one flash. That's all you need to take amazing images that look like this and this and this. That's all one flash stuff right there. And it's amazing. Couples are so excited, clients are so excited to have images that look like this, and it looks so much like natural light. So this is what I want to challenge you to do. If you're that photographer who has all this different gear, you've got all these flashes, all these modifiers, or you're thinking about doing all this, just push pause for a minute and take everything out of the equation except one flash that you can put on your camera and practice with just that one flash. And if you can't take great flash images with just that one flash, adding more flashes, adding more modifiers, adding more accessories is not gonna solve the problem. All it's gonna do is compound the problem and make you have an even bigger mess on your hands. Whereas if you'll just fine tune your process with one flash, then once you've mastered this one, you can easily add in a second or a third or a fourth or a modifier that's going to very intentionally and deliberately enhance your images in a specific way that you have chosen, not just, oh, well, I saw somebody else do it, so that must be what I need to do. And then finally, number 4, I see photographers all the time rebrand and redesign your website way too soon in your business. Y'all, redesigning and rebranding takes time, and it takes money. Sometimes both. But it's expensive, whether it's your time or your money or both. It takes a lot to go through a rebranding process, to go through a redesign of your website. If you've just finished your website, just because you see some really great template, or let's be real, some really great template sale, that doesn't mean you need to go through and start the whole process over. Just because your clients aren't booking you, the moment you launch that website and you don't have 10 bookings coming over, that doesn't mean you need to rebrand and redesign. Yeah, are you gonna make some tweaks? Are you gonna continue to refine things with what you've done? Absolutely. That's all, that's just being a business owner. But we gotta resist the urge to constantly be in overhaul mode, to constantly be in this zone where everything is always being redone and all we're doing is redoing our branding and never really focusing on serving our clients. And there's so much to be gained through our client experience, through building out things like SEO that can really help draw clients into the site we just created. There's a million different paths we can go down with what we already have in place before going to a redesign. So if that's you, if you find yourself in a season where you've just finished a rebrand or a redesign and maybe the bookings aren't coming through the way you hoped they would, please don't do yourself the disservice of a totally new rebrand and redesign all over again. That's just a cycle that's really hard to get stuck in and then get out of. You'd be much better off going and sitting down with a mentor, sitting down with another photographer and going, what can I tweak within what I've already built here to increase the presence of my brand on my existing website, and how can I make this more appealing to my ideal client, whether it's from the SEO standpoint, getting them in the door, or whether it's the layout of the page and the calls to action on your site that are getting them to actually reach out and inquire with you. So these 4 things, hiring an associate team, outsourcing your editing, buying additional flash gear, and rebranding and redesigning a website, they're great when they're timed right. They're phenomenal for your business when they're timed right. But when we do them too soon, and a lot of us do them way too soon, they can totally sabotage all the great work that we're trying to do and all the amazing talent we have as photographers. So if you've enjoyed this, if this has resonated with you, I'd encourage you, man, let me know in the comments below this video, what is a step you're gonna take today to simplify? Which one of these 4 things is like the thing you're guilty of that you're like, man, I gotta just nix this for now to focus on where I need to be at in my business for this stage? Let me know, and we'll see you next week on Monday Magic. We got some incredible stuff in store to help you build your business, wow your clients, and make photo magic.